tonight are on the broad road that leads to destruction. And tonight, I would say with Moses, I would say with Joshua, turn, repent, choose God, serve Him, live for Him. That is the message of God tonight to this great audience of people at Yankee Stadium.
I see revival coming to planet Earth, maybe as never before. It will be untold numbers, an untold, uncounted multitudes that will be saved. The dead will be raised. The arthritic will be healed. Cancer will be healed. No disease would be able to stand before God's people, and that it would be a worldwide situation.
There's a church that doesn't just know about God, they know God. They don't just believe in His power, they carry His power. God will shake the United States of America one last time, not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit.
If you are 18 to 35 years old and feel the call to full-time ministry, I've got exciting news. Revival Today Bible Institute this fall, September 2022. If you feel the call of God into full-time ministry, a strong biblical foundation is essential. However, education alone is insufficient. Sound biblical training coupled with the power of the Holy Spirit is the vital dynamic duo. God has called Jonathan and I to open up a training school that offers live, on-campus classes to equip the next generation in fulfilling the call of God in their lives. Revival Today Bible Institute's mission is to raise ministers of excellence who deliver the gospel of Jesus Christ in word and in power. Will you join us? Will you join us in seeing this generation transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ? If you want more information or you want to apply, go to revivaltodaybibleinstitute.com. I love you. See you there.
Guess who's back again? Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to Check the Market and Check the News. Natalie Joy, Janice, Ninja, Sandra, Timothy, Michael, D&D Investments from Portland, Oregon. Welcome, everybody. Leslie. That's right. I'm back. Let's make some money today. That's right. Raina, good morning. How's everybody doing? Markets were up nicely yesterday. Well, I don't know if they closed up. No, I'm up.
You're up?
So even if they didn't, yeah.
So you're fine. It's all good.
Good morning, Audrey. From Hobbs, New Mexico. Austin. That's a good question. Michael, I brought back so much coffee that they took me in a back room for interrogation when I came in. I'm not kidding.
You serious?
Yeah. Because they asked me like how much coffee I had, so I told them, and they're like, we're gonna have to x-ray that because of like drug smuggling. So I was like, all right. So I was in D.C. sitting in the back room for an hour and a half.
Well, with your pasta, it all makes sense. They would
instead
have to
of,
scan.
instead of having breakfast. Morning, Kathy. My mother-in-law's on. For freedom, Kimberly. I appreciate that, Kimberly. I'm glad to be back. Got some stocks that I researched here today.
Making it all official
Like,
with like the paper copies.
Yeah, I'm trying to take it up to the level of Fox Business, you know what I mean?
I'm feeling very bare right now. I
Trying
have
to
a phone.
put them out of business.
They'll do it by themselves. It's fine.
That is true, they will. So what's going on in the world today?
Let us check it out. Now, Biden climate czar John Kerry, we have to fully transition to a resilient net zero economy faster. Let's see what he says.
So this year we have to implement those promises. And what it means is we have to decarbonize the power sector 5 times faster than we are right now. We have to deploy renewables 5 times faster than we are right now. We have to transition to electric vehicles about 20 times faster than we are now. And we have to fully transition to a resilient net zero economy faster.
Those 5 times and 20 times actually are like very concerning. You're going to like just cut. It means like cutting off every single energy sector.
So we can kill all the trees too, because
Yes,
no more
exactly.
carbon. Yes.
Exactly. There you go, folks. Next.
If that guy wants to buy me, John Kerry, listen. If you want to buy me an electric car, I'll take the Mercedes EQS.
Oh, you'll take the Mercedes. Okay.
So if you want to buy me one, go ahead. I will literally change 20 times as fast as you want me to.
Yeah.
Get me a Mercedes
Government
EQS.
hand them out,
Brand new. Right off the lot. Fully loaded.
There you go. Next. All right, from the UN socialist leader himself, Antonio Guterres, today's State of Climate report is a dismal litany of humanity's failure to tackle climate disruption. We must end fossil fuel pollution and accelerate the renewable energy transition before we incinerate our only home.
Whoa, incinerate.
Incinerate.
Whoa.
Isn't that
Big
scary words? Scary words from the big man himself. Yeah, so you're going to see a heck of a lot more of this climate talk. If you thought it was bad for the last 5 years, it's going to get 10 times worse. But it's funny to see all these governments, as soon as the UN puts something out, it's immediately everybody got their talking points and they go for it. So, did you know he was the leader of this almost basically like the World Socialist Party?
What a sham.
What a sham. What a sham. You know all about this. Patrick, smart guy. Next. Health and Human Services is considering mandating insurance cover expensive IVF for men who are deemed infertile because, I kid you not, their same-sex relations don't result in kids. I thought we had reached peak woke. I was wrong. So this is from Bloomberg Law. LGBTQ couples' IVF hopes hinge on new infertility definition. This is one I was not actually expecting. Yeah, you have to read it again, eh? So, because if you're a gay couple, you cannot biologically have children, thus you are infertile. Therefore...
But does IVF work?
No. Yeah, IVF can work if you're going through a surrogate.
Oh,
but that's the only
see.
way.
I see. Okay. That's where I got confused.
It is confusing.
Because I was like, they're going to give IVF to men?
To men.
So they're going to implant a uterus? Is that what they're saying? Or...
Well, they're doing that in other countries.
But what you said is makes more sense, that it would be through a surrogate. Because I was like, this...
But it's crazy. They're going to mandate insurance to cover that. Because they're changing the meaning of all these words. Crazy. Next. All right, their risk was statistically 0. The vaccine brought it down to 0. Now a booster will lower it to 0. Hopefully the next booster will help even more and bring that risk back down to 0. From the New York Times, see what they had to say. The FDA authorizes Pfizer-BioNTech boosters for children ages 5 to 11. More than 8 million of the 28 million children in that age group in the United States have received 2 vaccine shots already. It's just all money. Big pharma. Next. Oh, I thought this was cool. Kind of looks like your little chart there. Yesterday, except it's all like this. Yesterday's lunar eclipse. Let's show the picture. I thought this was like pretty darn awesome.
Well, that's pretty cool.
We had that blood moon the other day.
I didn't know we did.
What?
Yeah, I missed it. Must have missed it.
It won't happen for another 100 years, man.
Oh, it won't?
No, you missed it.
I didn't know we had one. Oh, well.
It's kind of a big deal. Anyway, cool picture. Now, next. Breaking, the Montana Supreme Court has restored Montana's voter ID law and ended election day registration, a win for election integrity, which is picking up across the states. Next. From Rebel News, key lawmakers in the U.S. House of Representatives warned in a hearing on Tuesday that unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, informally called UFOs, must be investigated and considered a potential threat to national security. Something else that is going to be popping up. This is like, did you listen to any of this hearing?
No.
Wacko. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, thanks, guys. But they're going to be doing a huge series of these committee hearings on this issue, and the various. Do you actually have this article by chance? Totally cool if we don't. But they basically laid out like the 5 different things that the majority of what they covered, and it's like not just national security, but then like the actions that need to be taken against it. Yeah. And I'm like, it's giving me some vibes of like when the rapture happens, everybody's gonna like. It's all just UFOs. Could be, yeah. It's very interesting what they covered. Next. The top 3 states for vaccination coverage are also the top 3 for infections. 8 of the top 10 for infection are in the top 10 infections. 7 of the top 10 for, I have to repeat that. 8 of the top 10 for vaccination, are in the top 10 for infections. 7 of the top 10 for vaccination are in the top 10 for hospitalizations. I mean, it is a bit odd. And then we have some data here to show you. These are the states with the highest partial vaccination rates. And this continues on. Next.
Oh, that's mine.
This one's yours.
Target down 24%, Gerald says. How's it going, Gerald? Charles? How's it going, everybody? Target shares sink more than 20% after company says high costs inventory woes hit profits. Let's see it. Target on Wednesday reported quarterly earnings that fell far short of Wall Street's expectations as the retailer coped with pricey freight costs, higher markdowns, and lower than expected sales of discretionary items from TVs to bicycles. Now, let's talk about this real quick because I don't understand why they're surprised. Because when the news and everybody is reporting that, we're going into recession, we're going into depression, all of this, they're lowering people. People don't want to buy as much anymore.
Yeah.
But then if people don't buy as much anymore, then they're surprised that people don't buy as much anymore. So which is it? Do you want to control inflation? Or do you not want to control inflation? Because this is controlling inflation right here because demand is going down.
Yep.
But then they're surprised. I don't understand how all these people got their jobs. Shares fell about 24% pre-market trading. Here's what Target reported for the fiscal quarter. Earnings per share 2.19 adjusted versus 3.0 expected. Revenue $25.17 billion versus 24.49 expected. So they actually beat on revenue, but they didn't on earnings per share because costs were higher. National retailer known for its cheap, chic brands of apparel, home decor, and more lapped an especially elevated sales period a year ago. Shoppers had extra dollars in their pockets from stimulus checks and reflected a sense of optimism with their purchases as they got their first COVID-19 vaccines. Yeah, Bethany says, I'll tell you one household that isn't slowing down spending on Target. Yeah, no, I know. I see that every time I pull up my American Express statement. Sales did grow compared with that year ago period. Comparable sales, a key metric that tracks sales at stores open at least 13 months and online, grew 3.3% in the first quarter. That's on top of a 23% increase in comparable sales in the year ago quarter, and it's higher than Wall Street's projections. So ultimately, it's not bad news, but because of everything that's going on, there is a little bit of a slowdown. But that's expected. If they're increasing interest rates and they're talking doom and gloom, then people inherently, psychologically, will try and like not spend as much money because they're like, oh, what if a recession does come? Then we have less money, whatever. Like just psychologically, and then everybody's surprised. It's the same thing with Walmart. Those are still Target, Walmart, still great, great U.S. retailers. Might actually be, a good time to invest if they're down that much. Let me see. Also, Jim Cramer is getting rid of his position.
What?
In Walmart.
Oh.
So it might be a good time
I thought you meant
to
he was
buy
like
it.
done. I was like, no, all the memes are going to be over. Darn.
So, let's see here. Yesterday, Walmart was down 11% to 131, and pre-market they're down to 127.97 right now. So Walmart's still down a little bit more. So there's still a little bit of pain ahead there, I think, taking a look at it for Walmart. But there could be a good entry point at some point if you would like to either get more Walmart stock or get into Walmart. Next article.
Zach, do you know what's going on with Amazon? He's been asking a couple times.
Oh, Amazon. No, I don't know. I haven't looked at Amazon. Because of the stock split? Is that what he's asking?
Good morning, Mindy.
Oh, Amazon's way down too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are. Down to $2,300 a share. Pre-market, they are down 3.4% to $22.22. I would wait until after the stock split to get into Walmart.
Amazon.
Yeah, retail is hurt, but that's expected. If people are cutting back on spending. And the markets are open. Dow Jones is down 288 points. The S&P is down 45 points. And the NASDAQ is down 214 points. So that's... everything's down. Oil is at $113 a barrel. So still very high. Let's take a look. Bitcoin, looks like Bitcoin's down 29,427, and Ethereum is at 1988. Man, almost everything's down here.
Anything.
that could
Anything
change.
performing well today. Anything
That
at
could
all.
change. Oh yeah, there's always going to be stocks that perform well on any given day. I got to look at my heat map here real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. Come on.
Timothy, I would do the exact same thing. Timothy says I should get that for my ringtone. I'd get it so fast to slam that button off. Absolutely. It kind of shakes you up as soon as you hear it.
Let's take a look here. See if there's any gainers. Energy is up
Really?
today. Yep, utilities are up today. Energy has been doing very well, though. But energy commodities in general always do well if there's a market downturn. So energy's up. Yeah, that is true. None of those stocks that are performing well are called XRP. Although there is some news out about Ripple. I saw it trending on Twitter this morning.
Really?
Yeah. With the CBDCs that they're doing with, I want to say Bangladesh.
Oh.
So they're like the infrastructure for their central bank digital currency.
Okay.
They're like an intermediary between central banks. Central banks
yep.
and and regular
Okay.
banks. All right, let's see the next article. The difference between me and you is we are not the same person. Wow.
Deep.
Yes. That's some good motivation right there.
Profound. wisdom.
Entrepreneur. Next. Powell says the Fed will not hesitate to keep raising rates until inflation comes down. So now he's super hawkish. He should have been last year. Let's see it. Even Ben Bernanke, the former Fed chairman, 2 Fed chairmans ago, Janet Yellen, right? So Ben Bernanke said that he acted too slow.
Really?
Yeah, he did an interview on CNBC and he said that that Jerome Powell was acting too slow. But it's because he
Whoa.
didn't want to crash the stock market. But
Yeah.
either way, the stock market was so overvalued, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You were going to crash it. If there's one little ripple of something, it would have come down.
Jeez.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell emphasizes his resolve to get inflation down, saying Tuesday he will get back interest rate increases until prices start falling back toward a healthy level. If that involves moving past broadly understood levels of neutral, we won't hesitate to do that, the central bank leader told the Wall Street Journal in a live stream interview. We will go until we feel we're at a place where we can say financial conditions are in an appropriate place and we see inflation coming down. We'll go to that point. There won't be any hesitation about that. Earlier this month, the Fed raised benchmark. Where was this Jerome Powell last year? The Fed raised benchmark borrowing rates by 0.5 percentage point, the second increase of 22, as inflation runs around a 40-year high. Continue. Powell said following that increase that similar 50 basis point moves were likely to come at ensuing meetings so long as economic conditions remain similar to where they are now. On Tuesday, he repeated his commitment to getting inflation closer to the Fed's 2% target and cautioned that it might not be easy and could come at the expense of a 3.6% unemployment rate that is just above the lowest level since the late 1960s. You'd still have a strong labor market if unemployment were to move up a few ticks. I would say there are a number of plausible paths to have a soft, as I said, softish landing. These people. Our job isn't to handicap the odds, it's to try to achieve that. The U.S. economy saw growth contract at a 1.4% pace in the first quarter of 22, due largely to ongoing supply-side constraints, spread of the Omicron, and the war in Ukraine. So, I think the U.S. economy would be doing way better if there wasn't a Federal Reserve, to be honest. If there was just a free market, you know, if a company makes a mistake and goes under, sorry.
It's their fault.
That's your fault. If a bank goes under, well, sorry, that's your fault. Should have paid better attention and not hired some Harvard grad to do some serious trading with billions of dollars.
Truth.
Continue. Nothing against Harvard grads.
Nothing.
Good people. However, tighter monetary policy has added to concerns about a steeper downturn and has sparked an aggressive sell-off on Wall Street. In addition to the 75 basis point and interest rate hikes, the Fed also halted its monthly bond buying program, which is also known as quantitative easing, and will begin shedding some of the $9 trillion in assets it has acquired starting next month. And so on and so forth. Next. We can become one of the world's biggest companies, says CEO of Amazon Freight Rival. So I didn't even know that this was a thing here. Let's see it. I saw it this morning. Good morning, Amy. Welcome to Check the Market. Freight is a $1 trillion industry and it has not moved with the speed of the 21st century, long relying on ledgers, email, and even phone calls to communicate. But there's a new generation of startups using technology to tackle the biggest issues in a complex global supply chain, 10 of which made the 2022 CNBC Disruptor 50 list. One in particular, Flexport, not only topped this year's CNBC Disruptor 50 list, but also believes that it's poised to compete with the world's biggest logistics player, Amazon. That is according to founder and CEO Ryan Peterson, though he doesn't make the claim in a boastful manner. We could be one of the biggest companies in the world if we live up to our potential. See, this is the kind of talk from CEOs that I like to hear. Peterson said in an interview on CNBC, Tech Check Tuesday, it's a lot to do though. Amazon is the best logistics companies in the world, and I say that very humbly because I'd like Flexport to be the best logistics company in the world. But we haven't earned that right, and I really look up to Amazon, and I try to learn as much as we can from how they operate. There's still so much hustle in that company. This is
competition,
but this is good.
Yeah.
Continue. Peterson started Flexport in 2013 because he figured there had to be a better way to manage the flow of goods that get put on cargo ships, planes, trucks, and railroads and be transported all over the world. The company's freight forwarding and brokerage services are in the cloud, enabling it to analyze costs, container efficiency, and greenhouse gas emissions quickly. Oh, good. And with more accuracy than legacy systems. Last year, as the supply chain crisis persisted, Flexport had its own bottleneck, a waiting list. We couldn't take more customers. We couldn't even serve all the customers we had. The waiting list has been worked through, and growth in revenue has been significant. In 2019, before the pandemic, Flexport did $650 million in revenue. Last year, revenue was over $3 billion. This year, it's on track for $5 billion. So they are disrupting. We're still a tiny sliver. We think we're less than 1% or 2% of global container shipping, and that doesn't count in all our other businesses: air freight, customs, cargo insurance. We have a trade finance group that does inventory financing. Continue. Continue. Flexport investor David George, a general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, told CNBC it's a massive, massive space with very, very little technology in place, which is true. I mean, try shipping something, you're going to be on the phone with different carriers, and email doesn't usually work. If you reach out to them, via their contact us things. But yeah, I think this was a good company to keep an eye on, Flexport. They are not publicly traded. At least I didn't see them. They're not. They are not publicly traded yet, but when they eventually will be, it'd be a good company to invest in, especially if they have that kind of attitude that comes from the very top. Next. So what happens when you trade NFTs? Oh man. Next. Just caught him on a bad day there. Robinhood to let users hold their own crypto and NFTs as it reaches for growth beyond stock trading. So Robinhood's going to have their own wallet, cryptocurrency wallet, where you can hold crypto and NFTs. Continue. Robinhood is handing over the keys to some of its customers' crypto. The trading and investing company announced Tuesday it'll let users hold and custody their own cryptocurrencies and NFTs in a separate standalone app. It's the latest move in the digital asset space for Robinhood. As it reaches for growth beyond stock trading, the company's shares are off more than 70% since its IPO. So this will put Robinhood in competition with Coinbase and startups like MetaMask. I like MetaMask. Next. 5 things to do before 13. 1 million saved in 5 different accounts. Drink 2 liters of tap water per hour. You don't do that. You will die.
You'll die.
Have 5 guys named Royce in your friend circle. Consume 40 to 50 olives with every meal. Increase your Go-Gurt intake. Yes.
Jeez.
Some good entrepreneurial advice there. Next. The execution here is so poor that it's embarrassing. Why Jim Cramer says Walmart should do some soul searching, which is good news because Walmart is down. And if Jim Cramer says Walmart needs to do some soul searching, it means they need to do the absolute opposite and do nothing at all and just continue doing what they're doing. and their stock is going to moon. Jim Cramer's also exiting his position from Walmart, and so the stock has nowhere to go but up from this point. We can go to the next article. Buy high, sell low again. Walmart lousy quarter has us looking to exit our position in the realtor, in the retailer. We'll save that one for tomorrow. That's a good opinion piece there. Yeah, we'll just save that one for tomorrow though, because it's very long. All right, some stocks to research. The first one is Global Partners, LP. The ticker symbol is GLP. It is a Delaware limited partnership. They own and control and have access to one of the largest terminal networks of refined petroleum products in New England. Global Partners is one of the largest wholesale distributors of distillates such as home heating oil, diesel and kerosene, gasoline, and residual oil, and bunker fuel to wholesalers, retailers, and commercial customers in New England. So this company has a huge dividend yield at 8.85%. They're currently trading at $27.62 a share, which is near their 52-week high. They don't have a lot of volume, but I was looking at this company. They are projecting growth. They're projecting sales growth at around 35%. They do have a lot of debt, but their price to earnings is around 7.79. Price to book is 2.32. I think there's still room in this company to grow, and at that, if you're looking for a good dividend yield, 8.85%, that is a good yield. That is right in line with inflation.
What was the ticker symbol again?
It is GLP.
GLP.
GLP. So that's a good one to take a look at. 8.85%. That is very good. They have looking at projected earnings per share growth of 163% this year, which is huge.
Wow.
Another one to take a look at is Intrepid Potash. Intrepid Potash. The ticker symbol is IPI. This is more of a high-risk one. They have come down recently. They're trading at $74 a share. Their 52-week high was $121 a share, which was at the height of the invasion into Ukraine by Russia. But they're also looking at some serious earnings per share growth. What it is it's the largest producer of potash in the U.S., which is used in fertilizer, and is dedicated to the production and marketing of potash and other minerals containing potassium. They have 5 active potash production facilities, 3 in New Mexico and 2 in Utah. So this is this is the largest producer of potash in the U.S. And with there being with Ukraine not being able to ship any out and Russia saying they won't ship any out, this company could make up for some of that shortfall and get some new customers across the globe. And that's why they're looking at some serious sales growth. They're looking at a projected sales growth this year of around 63%. That's what they're looking at. So I think that this would be a good company to take a look at as well. They don't have a dividend yield, but yeah, take a look at this company, IPI, Intrepid Potash, and then GLP Global Partners. That's medium risk. Those are the 2 for today. So take a look at those 2. See what you think. See if that's something that you would like to add to your portfolio. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is I want you to, whether you're new to trading, if you haven't started trading yet, now's a good time to get started. With the market being so volatile, you'll learn quickly. So that's it's a good time to get into the market. I always think that any time's a good time to get in the market, but with stocks being cheap or cheaper now, it might be a good time for you to start investing. You can start with $100, you can start with $50, open up a Robinhood account. If Robinhood's too complicated, you can start with a Cash App account. Cash App? Yes, Cash App.
Really?
Yeah, Cash App does trading.
Interesting.
Is it Cash App? Yes, it is Cash App. They do stocks. Yes, they do.
Cool.
So take a look at those. See if that's something that, that you're interested in. And if you're watching, then you're definitely interested. I want you to make yourself a shopping list. So this is just homework for everybody here. Make a shopping list of stocks that you would like to buy. Stocks that you've been interested in, stocks like Amazon or Tesla, or something that you think that you would want to hold through the next bull run. So if there's a company that was too expensive a year ago, or that you thought had too high of a valuation, now is a good time to make a shopping list of those companies. So I would like to be in this company, I would like to be in this company, I'd like to be in this company for the next bull run, because I know that they're going to go, to a much higher value. Companies like Google that aren't gonna fail. So take a look at a couple of those and write down and make yourself a list. And then when they're at a value that you'd like to buy in, then buy into them.
Cool.
So that's just some homework there. So make yourself a shopping list of stocks that you would like to be in for the next bull run. Now that the market is going down, it might be a good time to buy in. Patrick, I'll look into that stock. A mining rig for crypto? That's awesome. I tried mining cryptocurrency on this laptop right here, this HP laptop, and it ran so hot.
Yes.
I thought the fan was going crazy. I thought I had to shut it down immediately.
Jeez. Poor thing.
You're welcome, Mindy.
Sandra's asking, what if everything is way down? Would you sell now or just wait?
If you are in a stock that's way down, there's two things. You either got into the stock because you thought it might be, it's going to go up, so it was almost like a gamble. Mm-hmm. Or it's a long-term hold anyway. So I would hold. I mean, there's a couple that are now long-term for me that were more of a, I thought they were going to go up. The charts looked like they were going to go up. But with this, with the market downturn, mm-hmm. Now it's a long-term hold. 84 degrees. Doesn't have to have any heat.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome, Brian. If you'd like to invest in Revival Today and everything that we do here, I'll give you a chance to do that. And I got a new giveaway for you today.
Ooh.
Let's, there we go. It's the Trading Journal. This might help you, especially if you're new, because what you can do is you can actually write down and then follow everything on paper instead of having to do it on the computer and pulling up different reports and things like that. You can basically do your own. I have an Excel sheet that does that, but I'm thinking of getting one of these myself because with a pen and writing notes, I think it's, it's even a little bit better. So that's what we'll do as a giveaway. So it's got different pages you can put notes in and all sorts of stuff. So for your donation of any size today, we'll send you one of these trading journals. That way you can keep track of your trading.
That's awesome.
And you can take notes on what you want to be in, what you would like to go into, what stocks you're looking at. So we'll send that to you, and you can go to revivaltoday.com/give to give there. #donate on Facebook. Text RT to 50155. Cash App, RT Give, Venmo at RT Give. revivaltoday.com/PayPal. We also accept cryptocurrencies if you'd like to give by cryptocurrencies. Scan that QR code right there. And you can also go to, or you can send us a check, Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. And then don't forget to claim your offer, revivaltoday.com/offer, which is going to be that trading journal. And we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Thank you, everybody, for partnering with us and for standing with us to see this generation saved. Make sure you tune back in at 10 for the
15.
10:15
There you go.
for Revival Day Live with Evangelist Jonathan. And I won't see you tomorrow. I have my son's kindergarten graduation,
Nice.
so I'm going to go to that. So that'll be in the morning. But I'll be back with you again on Friday. Hopefully it'll be a Crypto Island Friday. We'll see. And I will see you all tomorrow. Go out there and make some money today.
If you are 18 to 35 years old and feel the call to full-time ministry, I've got exciting news. Revival Today Bible Institute this fall, September 2022. If you feel the call of God into full-time ministry, a strong biblical foundation is essential. However, education alone is insufficient. Sound biblical training coupled with the power of the Holy Spirit is the vital dynamic duo. God has called Jonathan and I to open up a training school that offers live, on-campus classes to equip the next generation in fulfilling the call of God in their lives. Revival Today Bible Institute's mission is to raise ministers of excellence who deliver the gospel of Jesus Christ in word and in power. Will you join us? Will you join us in seeing this generation transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ? If you want more information or you want to apply, go to revivaltodaybibleinstitute.com. I love you. See you there.